Hey, so I want to share a principle with you in creating that I call being the snowball. So it's something that I've kind of that emerged as a way of creating as an entrepreneur throughout my life, and now I use it with my clients too. And so to give an example, I have an artist, he's a musician, and he's been working on an album for a while. And the process that we came up with in the beginning was every time you need to find somebody to work on this album with you, be it a mixer, a producer, PR, backup singers, studio musicians, whatever it is, instead of just going for somebody who you feel like is at your level or who you know in your network, what if you were to reach for the absolute highest person in the industry, the most successful, the most valuable, the most skilled, the best networked person, people that you feel like, well, they're probably going to say no to me, but let me just try anyway. And so we work on his state of being and how he shows up. And he went into conversation and made these big asks of people that typically wouldn't be working with an artist his size. And they started saying yes. Some of them said no, but some of them said yes. And then here's the thing where the snowball piece comes in. As soon as the first person says yes, you take that one person and you then level yourself up in your mind and your attitude, and you say that I'm working with this person, and then you start looking at who are you going to ask next. So if you've got one of the best backup singers in the world, then you're not in the same echelon anymore. You're not in the same tier. You see yourself and them as people working together. You allow their success and the level that they're at to bring you up. And so you're a little snowball, but now with them, you're a bigger snowball. And as you go into your next conversation, you use the context of that relationship and that partnership to have you to be standing at a new level. And so you converse with people from a place of already being at a higher level than you were yesterday with that previous person. And then you are more likely to create a relationship with them because people think, oh, well, this person's not too far off from where I am. But here's the danger. It's don't do that once. Don't be like, oh, wow, cool, I up-leveled. Every single new relationship can actually be the snowball getting bigger. And so every new request and every new ask that you go for, don't reference it based on the starting point. Reference it based on the point that you're at, based on the success in the relationships that you've created. And so within 4 or 5 relationships, the place you should be reaching is 4 or 5 times higher than it was at the beginning. Now, obviously, you can reach any level you want, but as far as the likeliness that you're going to create a relationship with somebody based on where you're at, the likeliness goes up as the relationships that you create go up. And it works the same way in business as well. Like I've done this in businesses when I had my web media company and when I was in real estate, actually. Let's go back to real estate. I buy a house, a small house, and now that I've bought a house and fixed it up and flipped it and sold it, next time I talk to investors or I start looking at other houses, why would I go and look at another house for $150,000 when I did that? Let's let the next one be $500,000. And then I bring investors in at that level. And then once I've done that, that's my new foundation. It's like scaffolding. And once I create something, it becomes the ceiling, it becomes the floor. And then I move up and I do it over and over and over again. And so what if everything you create becomes the new platform upon which you stand, and then you reach as high as you possibly can for the next thing? When it was website projects and a web media company, it was like once we took on, we're going from a few $1,000 projects to a 5-figure, $10,000 project, it was like, well, that's the foundation. And so from there, let me reach for a 6-figure project and do a $150,000 web media agreement or project. Let everything you create become the platform upon which you stand and reach as high as you possibly can for that. And the way that you reach is you use that relationship, that client, that level of payment at which you are receiving as part of your conversation into yourself about where you're at. Don't have the story that like, oh, I need 5 clients paying me $10,000 a month in order to start asking for a $20,000 client. No, you need one. You don't even really need it, but the confidence can come from one, both in you and in others. When they know that you have a relationship with somebody at a level that's just beneath theirs, that's enough. If you show up in a powerful way and they say like, yeah, this snowball's pretty much the same size as stuff we work with, or it's almost that size and I see it's heading in that direction, then we're ready, we'll join in. And their joining in makes the snowball bigger. So being a snowball is about moving up rapidly by using every level that you reach for the top, grab on, and then pull yourself up and stand there. And don't start reaching parallel. Definitely don't reach down. Reach up again every single time. That's what I call being the snowball. If you have any questions about the pragmatics of how to implement this, because we could talk all day about how to actually wield language and have conversation that has the level that you've now at be the level that you're at, both in your mind and body and the way people perceive you, ask down below. I'm happy to engage and expand on that more. But if you have other tangential questions, please ask. The dialogue we create helps me create more to share with you. Love you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.